morning, guys. Okay, so we're stuck in traffic again. You know what's the funniest thing? When my baby was in the public school system last year, I hated it. It just was overwhelming. A thousand ways. It's just overpopulated, and they didn't have resources that parents need, such as myself. It's not the teacher's fault that they had 32 kids in a class and they could only focus on the kids that were getting it. The other kids that weren't getting it, that they don't have the resources, they couldn't really focus on them. It's not their fault. A teacher actually told me that she couldn't focus on the kids that weren't getting it fast enough for her. And she only had to focus on the kids that were getting it. And of course, the kids that were getting it were the ones that already knew how to speak Spanish. English going into a Spanish program, not having the resources that parents such as myself and everybody else have needed. Of course, the kids suffer. However, I saw that. I mean, like I said, when I saw my baby suffering, I started suffering, and I kept on reaching out to the vice principal, and me and him just didn't get along, and we were snapping at each other. It was just a nightmare, and all around, for them, for me, for everybody. And everybody that knows me, I've got a mouthpiece when I get mad. I'm like, wait a minute, let me tell you something. It's not a good thing to have. I'm working on it. So the bottom line is, last year I had to hunt. I started at the beginning of the school year last year to find this school. And not only did I find a school that works wonders for my daughter and education-wise, but the people there are just simply amazing. You could just feel that love when you walk into that school, and you could just. And the best part about the school that I absolutely love, we could talk about God. We could talk about Source. We're constantly praying. I love it, and that's one of the reasons why I'm up early. And now you know what? The public school is only like 2 miles away from my house, and yeah, there was traffic. I was irritated all the way through. We were late all the time. I hated it. This school is over 45 miles away. I'm constantly, here, let me show you, stuck in traffic. Stuck in some serious traffic, and it doesn't bug me. I look forward to going to the school. I look forward to seeing the people. She's excited. I could see this extreme change in her right now as she just is growing mentally, physically, and she's learning from the other kids, and she's learning from the teachers. And the best part about it is we're still practicing her Spanish. So, yeah, I had to take the bull by its horn and flip it, because not my kids. Now, all my kids know, no matter how much we fight, and no matter how much we get on each other's nerves, my kids know I love them, and they know that education is the first and foremost important situation that you need in your life. You can't put a price on your education. You need that knowledge. Knowledge is not the power. It's using the knowledge that you learn. That's the power. I can't expect her to use the knowledge if she's not knowledgeable. So last year's program really didn't work for me, but this is the most, and yeah, it's expensive, but I was able to figure out a way to get scholarships. The school even helped me find scholarships. The woman that runs the whole program is on top of her game. I get emails letting me know what's going on at the school constantly, personal emails with the teacher. I mean, we're really connected. We're all connected. It's communicating. We're very amazing communicators and just respectful. And I'm very great, and there's no clickiness. You know, of course, people are friends, and of course they click with one another, but they're open for new friendships. With the other school that I went to, there were some parents that were cool, but the majority of the times it was just really cliquey, especially the vice principal there. I was so irritated and so angry all the time inside, and I was just like, y'all failing my child. You guys do not care. You're just throwing the beginning of the school year last year. She had 5 months worth of substitute after substitute after substitute after substitute. A couple of these substitutes didn't know how to speak Spanish. And this is a Spanish immersion program. The first substitute teacher did have a credentials of Spanish and English, but she didn't know how to work a classroom. Trust me, that was a nightmare. I made a video of that last year. And then when I explained it to the vice principal, he goes, well, at least she has a learning experience. A learning experience on my child's education, on my child, they can't care as much as they're only one person to 20 kids is just not okay. This is the public school system for you. For me, it's too much going on. There was way too many kids. There's not enough help. Kids are fighting in the yard. The older kids was mixed with the younger kids. It was just a lot. And, but I'm glad that happened, because if it didn't happen, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. So I'm excited. My thing is, you have to look at it this way. If you're unhappy with your life, for whatever reason it might be, dig deep down inside and figure out what it is that's bugging you. You'll know, you'll see it, you'll understand it. And once you do see it, and once you do understand it, that's when you start to have to make micro steps to a change. Yes, change is always at the beginning. It's hard. It's like tying your shoe. Remember when you were tying your shoe? Oh, this string over that string, you gotta make a loop, around the loop, you gotta pull it tight. Oh, it messed up, and over, repetition. And now you subconsciously bend down, you're tying your shoe. Everything new is always going to be a little difficult. Don't give up. You keep trying, and you keep trying. If one way doesn't work, you switch it up until you figure out a way. I mean, if I could do it, anybody could do it. And here I am, driving to an amazing school that works for us. I have money for gas, and I knew this was a year of planning how I was going to do this, what I was going to do. School's paid for, everything, and the car's maintained. And it's not me. It wasn't just me. Source pulled through. God says, "Give me what you got, and I will take you where you need to be, or even further. You got to give me what you got." So I gave him what I got all year. I was like, I'm not going to quit, God. I'm just going to keep on trying until you take me where I want to be, or where you think I need to be. But I knew public school systems did not work for me. There was no communication. There was not enough resources. Teachers are not. If this is an immersion program, and you got an English-speaking kid trying to learn a different language, and you know that these are going to be substitutes after substitute, and I'm asking you to take her out of class at the beginning of the school year, that should have been the first and foremost thing that they should have done. Okay, let's take her out and put her in a different class where it's more stable, because she needed stability. I'm so glad that happened, because now look at where we are. I'm really excited about this. So parents, don't give up. If it's not working for your kid, and it's not working for you, and I know it's stressful. I cried a lot. I lost my hair was breaking off. I was stressed out constantly. I would walk in that school with a heavy heart, dragging my feet. My kid coming home crying all the time. I don't understand, and every time I asked them to speak it in English, to teach me in English, she said, no, it's only in Spanish. I would get the homework, everything's in Spanish. I'd go to the library, there was tutors, but no Spanish tutors. I would talk to the parents. Parents would look at the homework, they knew Spanish. They're like, oh, I don't understand what they're trying to say, because it's a second core. I didn't understand first core, not alone second core in a different language. So it was hard, and I would wake up just devastated, but I never quit. I fell on my face a trillion times. Up wee hours in the night trying to find scholarships. You guys, I have it all on video. I put it all on YouTube. I cried a lot. But you know what? I'm seeing the fruit of my hard work. And if I could do it, my goodness, so can you. Okay? So you guys, keep your chin up. I'm driving in a commute and I'm having a really great time. Get to look at the scenery, the water, get to spend time with God, and just be happy. And I'm not done yet. Now I got to find a place, because the place that I had to give it up for somebody that's in a wheelchair, which it doesn't bug me. So that means that wasn't the right apartment for me. So I'm on the hunt. I've been on the hunt for the last 2 weeks. That's a new thing. I got to find residents closer to the city. But in the meantime, I'm enjoying this. So anyways, it's a long video. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day. And I just wanted to let you guys know that no matter what the situation is, you have to have a little bit of rain before you get your rainbow. You have to have a little bit of rain before you get your sunshine. Okay? You guys have a wonderful day. Love you with my whole heart and soul. And my advice to you is just keep your chin up, keep your hope up and your faith up. No matter what situation you're going through, it will all work out. At the end, you'll see. Everything from ashes will rise. From ashes we will rise. Love you guys.